Well, if things aren't quite stacking up around your place, maybe you should consider a stacked stone planter. And that's one of the things you're going to see today on the show that lies straight ahead. All the details are right around the corner.
Voted the #1 home and garden center. Discover Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a Swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to lintons.com.
One of the great hits of the past from the 1970s was B.J. Thomas, a song called Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. Remember that one, Mark? Remember that?
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it. Raining here in Granger, Indiana, but we're glad you've joined us. And it's going to be a really cool open to the show as we feature a formal, traditional landscape design. It's a renovation, Mark, of a home that was nice and new about 25 years ago, but it needed a little freshening up.
That's right. Had a great time working with Mila when we first met. We walked around the entire property, and there was a lot of landscaping here. Some was tired, and some was really had a lot more life in it, and it could be repurposed and transplanted.
And what's really cool about what you've just said is you brought those plants, the existing plants, trees, and shrubs that could be moved, you brought them to the front.
Yes, we did. Actually, the entire project was all the way around the house, and there were island beds in the back. And Mila really stressed the importance that it needed to be low maintenance, that it was just more maintenance what she could handle.
Well, you've done a terrific job. Why don't you just begin telling us a little bit about it?
Well, this is a very formal, very traditional home, and we wanted to have a landscape which reflected on that. And so we're starting out here with a globe blue spruce patio tree. Does a great job of anchoring the corner here, maintains that blue foliage 12 months out of the year. We also have our purple coral bells, which bloomed earlier in the season. I love those burgundy ruffled types of leaves. And those flowers actually attract hummingbirds and butterflies.
I like that. I like that.
Mila had some boulders incorporated into the landscape. We just simply repurposed those and put them in prominent locations.
We're going to talk to Mila a little bit later on, and she liked a lot of what you were doing here, especially in terms of the plant selection.
Absolutely. Little dwarf gold flame spirea, which blooms during the summertime. Beautiful chartreuse green and gold colored leaves.
Yep.
Craig, we've got some fall color here. This is our autumn joycetum, which is going to be coming into its glory in just a few weeks. Those green flower heads actually turn a deep pink color.
Wow. And again, Mila talked about the colors she likes so much, spring, summer, and fall here.
We are constantly going to have additional color.
Cool.
Now, it's really hard to tell what's been transplanted and repurposed. So for you and for the viewers, going to point things out. And we've got these little dwarf lilacs. There's one here, there's another one down there. This is a study in balance and symmetry because of the formal type of the house. But these were not in this location, but Mila had planted these a few years ago, and they've got quite a few more years of life to them.
I like the way you extend the life of what's already here, and in the end, it saves the homeowner, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And because this loses its leaves during the fall and the winter time, we've got the little dwarf Alberta spruce there, which anchors the corner. The evergreens are the bones of the landscape. We always do a nice layered type of look, and for that reason, we've got our dianthus following the sidewalk here. This happens to be our fire witch dianthus, and that is special because it not only blooms in the springtime, it blooms in the summertime all the way up until the fall. fall.
And it provides such a nice spot of color, doesn't it?
It does. And speaking of color, Craig, this is one of our dwarf burning bush, and look at the colors that you're starting to see appear on the leaves here. And in a few more weeks, this is going to turn fire engine red.
Yeah, that's...
And we're going to want this to get up to be about 5-6 feet in height.
And no problem right here.
Nope, in between the windows. If you planted this in front of a window, that's a major mistake.
That's a mistake. Gotcha. What else, Mark?
Well, underneath the windows here, we've got our dwarf dense yews, and for the next 20-25 years, these can easily be maintained below the base of these windows here. Again, we mix in a combination of the deciduous or leafy type of plants along with the evergreens, just so that here in Michigan, during the fall, the winter, and the early spring, we still have a nice type of look.
It truly is a different approach, maybe compared to what you do on the West Coast.
It is, absolutely.
Big time difference.
Yep, totally different weather conditions. So out here, the post lamp was out here all by itself, kind of lonely, and we had this beautiful tree peony which was out in the back. And I don't know if you're familiar with tree peonies, but they have the most spectacular flowers on them in the springtime. This is very sentimental to Mila. We wanted to bring this out here, put it front and center. Now, we did do a lot of transplanting of daylilies, and we've cut them down because of we've transplanted them, but these are going to be providing summer color up until fall. So spring blooming with the peony here, summer and fall with the daylilies. And then, Craig, we had another challenge out here in the front yard. We've got this dawn redwood tree, and they are notorious. It is beautiful, but they're notorious for sending up all these surface roots.
Gotcha.
And the challenge was, it was making it very, very difficult to mow and maintain. And so the solution was, let's create a planter there.
Don't fight it, work with it.
Absolutely, very good. And so we created the stacked sandstone planter there, filled it up with topsoil, and then we also transplanted more daylilies from the backyard.
It looks like it was just that way all the time, doesn't it?
That was the goal, yes.
Good job.
Want to point something out to you and the viewers. You know, if you stand at the sidewalk here and you look down here, I want you to see how the edging flows to the sidewalk, flows around the post lamp, magically crosses the sidewalk here, comes up to the sidewalk here, and then this edging line continues around here. We wanted everything to flow and also to be very easy to mow.
You don't even think about it, do you? It just appears that way.
Of course, it was all part of the design.
Sure, there was some thought that went into it, definitely. What else, Mark?
Well, Mila had a couple of topiaries in the existing landscape, and of course it goes with the formal house. They were not located here, and so this is something that we transplanted. I love our little dwarf boxwood hedge, which also will stay below the base of the window. Another one of Mila's boulders that was repurposed gave that a nice prominent location.
You've done a nice job flanking the front entrance here, Mark.
Well, thank you. And because of the formality of the house, the boxwood hedge that you see there, we also have a boxwood hedge here. But because this is a bay window, we did a curvature hedge.
Well, great. Well, a couple more things here that we could talk about, but you know, the most important part of this segment is talking to the homeowner. Tell us a little bit about that first session with Mila. Did she have some input as to what she wanted to do here?
Mila had a lot of input, and we wanted to honor her husband, and he was an avid grower of roses. And right here, front and center, we've got our low maintenance roses, which Mila can easily take care of, just sun and water. And this is here to put a smile on her face and a great way to honor her husband.
Wow. Well put, Mark. And you know, it is a beautiful home, as you can well tell, a formal traditional design here today. But it every once in a while needs a little bit of an upgrade, and that's exactly what you've done here today. And I especially like what you've done, bringing some of those old plants from the back that still had some miles on them to the front. And
absolutely.
That was one of the things that Mila enjoyed, but what she really liked, I think, was some of the color that you were talking about, spring, summer, and fall. And well, you're going to learn more of what she liked too as we catch up with our homeowner, Mila, here in beautiful Granger. Mila joins us now to talk about her beautiful home here in Granger. Mila, good to be with you, and you've got a beautiful home.
Thank you.
It needed a little updating, though, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It did. I've lived here around 30 years and not much updating during that time. So that's what made me think about landscaping, starting with outside.
Now, Linton's Enchanted Gardens, they know what they're doing. Were you pleased with the way everything came together?
I was very pleased. It was fun to meet them and have them design a plan that incorporated new things and some things that already were good plants that we had, and change kind of the look about it. I like that very much, that the curves and the changes have happened.
Anything else really strike your fancy?
There's a lot of color variation now, and there's different shapes and sizes. And one of my ideas was to keep it fairly low maintenance, since age has a little control over what you want to get up and do. But I'm excited that both the old and the new were put together in a really nice, clean look now.
It's seamless, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, very good. And I love the way you dressed for the show today with that beautiful ginkgo top. I love that.
Thanks.
And I think Mark Linton would be impressed if he were here, too. He'd really like the way that you dressed for the show. If he were here, Mila. Of course, you never know when Mark's going to show up.
Well, he would like flowers, I'm sure. He's a flower person.
He's a flower person. Well, look what's behind you.
Surprise!
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mila.
It's good to see you again.
I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to be able to beautify your home and also to share your new landscaping with all the Michiana viewers out there.
Oh, thank you so much.
They smell good, too, don't they?
They do.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Mila. Appreciate your time. You've got a beautiful home, and enjoy the rest of the summer and fall.
Thank you so much.
We have a whole lot more coming up on the program, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Transform your landscape with the pros at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Outdoor living areas, custom ponds, unique waterfalls, brick patios and sidewalks. Specializing in low-maintenance landscape with year-round color. Designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Our landscape architects will personalize your custom design from concept to completion. All plants grown and cared for at our very own nursery. 2-year guarantee only at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. To get started, visit lintons.com.
We are enjoying Labor Day weekend here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens and invite you to do the same. And we are inside Linton's beautiful Garden Cafe. What a great stop as you tour this great destination. And Mark Linton, always good to be talking food here in the cafe with you. And you've got a beauty there for us today.
Well, this is some of our comfort food.
No kidding. Mac and cheese.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And no one does it better than you guys.
Oh, this is awesome. And if you are hungry, then you want to consider having this. This is our baked macaroni and cheese. It's a very generous portion of creamy white macaroni and cheese. It's baked to order in a cast iron skillet. And Craig, we serve that with our rosemary garlic bread, and because of the preparation time, we do ask that you allow us at least 10 minutes to prepare this for you.
Mm-hmm. What are you chasing it down with?
This is our raspberry sweet tea, and our baked macaroni and cheese is available for only $7.99.
Outstanding. A great holiday treat here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Probably wondering what kind of sandwich I have, right?
Yeah, what is that there?
I'm glad you asked. It's the chicken chipotle panini, and this is delicious. We've talked about it before. It's the chicken breast topped with chipotle chili aioli, spinach, and arugula mixed greens.
You got it.
The Swiss cheese, the avocado, the bacon on the sourdough on the side there. I mean, not on the side, but it's the sourdough sandwich served with chips, Linton's mango salsa, and the pickles, which I absolutely love. The drink here today is the iced caramel macchiato right here from Linton's Garden Cafe. It'd be a hard one to choose, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness, they're both really good. They're big servings, and if you're like me, I would share this with my wife.
You would share it, huh?
I would, yeah.
That's awful kind of you. And I think, you know, Chef Michelle would probably be generous enough to share a dessert or two with us, and we bring her on right now to talk about them. Good morning. Good. How are you?
Happy Labor Day. We're doing good today.
Good. What do you have for us?
I brought the best of the best for y'all. Today I brought the chocolate loving spoon-filled cake. That says it all right there. It is amazing. It's served cold, but it's wonderful. And I'm also showcasing two of our caramel, salted caramel cookies with the chocolate and pretzel cookies. And I did them both together because they're so popular that people stand at the case and try and decide, and they end up ordering two. So I just wanted to tempt your palate with a little different but better.
Yeah,
Yummy.
great.
Right?
Great choices here at Linton's Garden Cafe. Thank you, Chef Michelle.
welcome.
Great
Enjoy.
job. Yes, indeed. Mark, there's plenty of time all weekend long to enjoy what we have here.
Absolutely. We're open the entire day, Labor Day. We are here ready to serve you. We are serving in the cafe Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And don't forget, we serve breakfast all day long.
I like that. How about mac and cheese on a stick for those that like to walk around? Can you do that?
We probably could, but it'd look a little silly, my friend.
It might be a little messy. Hey, enjoy it, won't you? Linton's Garden Cafe. It's real food, it's real good, and it's waiting for you. Much more coming up on the program. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning Home and Garden Center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Transform your landscape with the pros at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Outdoor living areas, custom ponds, unique waterfalls, brick patios and sidewalks. Specializing in low-maintenance landscape with year-round color. Designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Our landscape architects will personalize your custom design from concept to completion. All plants grown and cared for at our very own nursery. 2-year guarantee only at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. To get started, visit lintons.com.
Inside the beautiful conservatory here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, thank you for joining us for this segment of the show as we present the stars of the show, the plants, the trees, and the shrubs. Mark, on this Labor Day weekend, aren't you excited?
We are excited.
And you should be excited too, because you're going to see some great value here, and you're open on Monday, Labor Day.
Yes, we are. All week long here to serve you.
Saturday, Sunday, Labor Day, Monday, right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. I remember those car commercials they used to run back in the day, 40, 50 years ago.
Sounded just like that.
It kind of did. Saturday, Sunday, Labor Day, Monday, be there, right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens.
So you were the guy, the voice behind all that?
No, but I really, as a kid, I loved hearing that. It just got me excited every Labor Day weekend.
I think you practiced that.
I think I did. Well, we've adapted, haven't we? We're talking about plants, trees, and shrubs on Labor Day weekend right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. What are you going to talk about here, Mark? Huh?
I'm going to start out with these beautiful plants. We've got a lot of sales going on. We've got our mixed varieties of hostas. We actually are growing over 100 different varieties of hostas, and they are on sale. Normally $15.99, Labor Day special, only $4.99.
These are really groovy, too, aren't they?
Yeah, you see those grooves on there.
Next up?
Next up is a little dwarf golden hosta called Golden Tiara. Features these beautiful miniature leaves. Get spikes of white flowers, which attract both hummingbirds and butterflies. Normally $12.99, on sale for only $4.99.
What value, huh? Next up?
Next up is one of our popular dwarf ornamental grasses. Does great in full sun, also tolerates shade. And the coolest thing is these blue flowers, which start appearing early summer and bloom all the way up until frost. It's semi-evergreen, meaning you don't have to cut it all the way down to the ground, but it keeps a lot of its growth throughout the fall and the winter time, and then cut it down in the springtime. It's our big blue larapi, normally $14.99, on sale for only $6.99.
Say, if you'd like to find out more about Linton's Enchanted Gardens, go to the website, lintons.com, or stop in this Labor Day weekend. Next.
If you like attracting butterflies to your garden like I do, then you need this. This is a butterfly magnet. It is our pincushion flower. It's an old-fashioned favorite, and it starts blooming in the springtime, blooms all the way up until frost, does best in full sun. Normally $12.99, low Labor Day sale price only $5.99.
Mark, still a really good time to be planting, right?
Absolutely, and all these plants are grown in the containers, so there's zero transplant shock.
No-brainers, as you like to say.
That's right, Craig.
Up next?
Next up is our Color Flash Lime Astilbe. Gets its name Color Flash Lime because of these beautiful lime green colored leaves. And then with the change in the temperatures as we go into the fall, you'll see some reds, some yellows, and some orange, beautiful fall foliage color. And in addition to that, it blooms in the springtime with spikes of pink flowers. This is a perennial that does best in the shade. Normally $10.99, on sale for only $4.99.
And now is the time during the Labor Day weekend sale to be picking up on these beauties. And you got another one to talk about.
Yes, this is another Astilbe. And Craig, look at the difference between the leaves. You wouldn't even think that they're related, but they're in the same family. The flowers are similar. This one has pink flowers. This one has red flowers in the spring and early summertime. This is called our Visions in Red Astilbe.
Nice.
And it's a great way to attract butterflies to the shade-loving garden. Normally $16.99, on sale for only $7.99.
This leaf almost feels leathery, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Very unique.
And these are just beautiful for the leaves and the foliage, fern-like type of leaves.
Yeah, I can see that. Next.
Next up is one of our many dwarf repeat blooming daylilies, appropriately named Happy Returns because it returns after it's done blooming. These are some flowers, and these are buds that have not yet opened, and it just continues to send up spikes of additional flowers. Starts blooming middle of the summertime, blooms all the way up until frost. Only gets to be 18 inches in height. Does best in full sun. Tolerates a little bit of shade. Normally $12.99. On sale for only $5.99.
So it'd be a great idea to pick up a lot of Happy Returns, right?
Absolutely. Mass plantings and great pricing.
Yeah, I can see that too. Next up?
Next up is our Winter Gem boxwood, and beautiful, soft, evergreen leaves that stay on the plant 12 months out of the year. It is not disease, but it is deer resistant, and for that reason, it works out really great here in Michiana, where we have to deal with a lot of deer, which tend to munch on evergreens during the winter time. Normally $19.99, on sale for only $9.99.
I love the creative use of these boxwoods that you have shown us out on remote locations. You've done a lot of different things with them.
Just last week we featured them in a hedge, and that's the beauty of these, that you can get so creative with them. You can keep them heavily pruned and only keep them about 12 inches in height, or you can let them grow.
Nice. Next up, Mark?
Next up is one of our very popular hollies. This is our blue holly, and just starting to see some blooms there. After it's done blooming, then those turn to bright red berries, which form later on in the season. It also is a broadleaf evergreen, meaning it keeps those leaves throughout the wintertime. And the holly does well in full sun, also tolerates shade. Normally $19.99, on sale for only $9.99.
All right here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens during this wonderful Labor Day weekend. Hope you're enjoying it, and hope you stop by this weekend too to maybe observe this guy here.
Craig, this is our Phantom Hydrangea, and this has already been blooming for several months. It will bloom for a couple more months. Very, very long bloom time. You want to give this plenty of room to grow. It gets 5-6 feet in height. And I want you to see the difference in the coloration of the flowers. When the flower heads start appearing, you see kind of this lime green, then ivory white, and then as they mature, they take on more of a pinkish or a mauve color. And this just keeps blooming all season long. Very simple. At the end of the season, once these flower heads have dried up, you just simply deadhead it. You don't have to prune this all the way down to the ground. This does best in full sun. We also have other hydrangeas that do well in the shade, but this is our sun-loving hydrangea. And it's just a great way to anchor like a corner of the house, or if you're needing some height in between the windows, perfect plant for that. Normally $49.99, on sale for only $24.99.
It really is stunning. I love that one.
Thank you.
Next up.
Next up is our very popular sun gold cypress. Does well in full sun. It gives us a bright golden colored evergreen foliage. Also grows in the shade, but don't expect it to be quite as gold as what you see here. Normally $29.99, on sale for only $19.99.
Speaking of gold, I think we've hit the gold right here, haven't we, with
Yes.
this next one?
Probably one of our most popular perennials just because it's such a good performer. It is our very popular black-eyed Susan. Does best in full sun, tolerates partial shade, starts blooming in the summertime, blooms all the way up until frost. Normally $8.99, whopping low price, only $4.99.
And I like the partnering there with this other plant that has the different color yellow in it.
Yeah, just a different shade. Also features the daisy-like type of flower.
Yep.
This is our very popular moonbeam coreopsis. It is non-stop color all spring, summer, and fall, all the way up until frost. Gets to be about 18 inches in height, 24 inches in width. Does best in full sun, tolerates partial shade, normally $13.99, on sale for only $6.99.
You don't always get non-stop color, do you, from spring, summer to fall?
There's not a lot of perennials that fall in that category. You're absolutely right, Craig.
I love that, though. Next up?
Next up is one of our medium-sized ornamental grasses. It's our heavy metal grass, only reaching to be about 4 feet in height. We're just now starting to see the feathery plumes appear for some additional fall color. Normally $29.99, on sale for only $14.99.
And I think we're almost to the end, aren't we?
Yeah. You know, a few weeks ago we were talking about Sambuscus, and that is the Latin name for elderberry.
Yes.
And this is another Sambuscus that we're growing. It is our Madonna elderberry, and it is prized for those beautiful green and white variegated leaves that do best in full sun. Gets to be about 4 to 5 feet in height with some occasional pruning. Normally $59.99, on sale for a very low price, only $19.99.
I don't know how you do it. I mean, the value here is incredible every day, but then when you start talking about the Labor Day sale, Saturday, Sunday, Labor Day, Monday.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that.
Saturday, Sunday, Labor Day, Monday.
I knew that.
Join us here.
I like hearing that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. But you know what was more fun than saying that was being in Granger today. Wasn't that a hoot?
Absolutely, a major transformation with that landscape, and a shout out to that homeowner. Thank you for allowing us that opportunity to share your beautiful home and landscape with all the Michiana viewers.
We had a great time and hope you enjoyed the show today. Lots of great ideas as we head into the fall season. Stop by this weekend, pick up on the great value, and you will not be disappointed. Mark, thanks so much. Great job.
Thank you, Craig.
For our entire crew, for Mark Linton, our producer-director Gary Martin, Craig Wallen here. Until next weekend, have a safe Labor Day weekend. Enjoy yourself. Goodbye, everybody.